Alex. Who you asking? I'm Alex. Who you asking? I'm Alex. Who you asking? I'm Alex. Who you asking?
Who you asking? I'm Alex. So today I'm gonna bring you a good little pet deck of mine. It's a locals deck, I'm gonna be honest, but if you play 100 matches with any deck, you pretty much figured it out and you can just duel against anything that you want. Honestly, you'll know every single line of play and know how to intricate through the interruptions. Sorry. So today I'm bringing you Mikanko. I posted this video a couple videos back. I got some people asking for a deck profile, so you know what, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I am trying to I want to make a Libromancer Mikanko deck again, like without the Isol and the Baron. It's a little different, but I think there is a way, and I'm gonna go into the kitchen and I'm gonna cook. So I'll figure that out, and I'll bring that list, because I have something in the works, and I just gotta figure out the combo line and see what works and what doesn't. But this is more of a pure approach, as in, like, we're running kaijus. We're not really special summoning from the extra deck, but we could. Like you can see right here, we have SP Little Knight. Like we have a few things we can make, but we don't really need it, if you care what I say. So we'll get this started. This is the side deck. We'll save the side deck for later. Oh, write it in. So start with the main deck. So for the main deck, we got 3 Ohime the Manifested Mikanko. So this is basically your deck right here. Rituals in the past had a problem where you have to have the ritual spell and the ritual monster. Ohime literally searches the spell that summons her, and it also adds any Mikanko card that you need if you already drew it. So this is essentially your play starter. Like, you want to open with this card in your hand. Alright, and then after that we have 2 Mikanko, Hare the Sword Mikanko. And this one, when it's equipped, you get to search for any Mikanko equip card. Not any equip card, any Mikanko equip card. So this is basically like your equip searchers other than Ohime. So this one, you run a 2 of, you don't want to run 3, but 2 is very good. And the only one, the other one we play is Huli. So Huli, when she's equipped, she adds the Mikanko trap. So again, Ohime lets you add anything, which is monsters, spells, or traps. Hare searches the equips, and Huli searches the traps. So pretty much is like a whole combo where you can search Ohime, summon Hare, bounce the Ohime, summon the Huli, and then you searched, dumped, added an equip, and then added the trap. So it's a whole little combo. It's not too crazy, but the cool thing about this is that as long as you control an equip card while Huli is on the field, your opponent cannot target Mikanko cards with card effects. So they can't target the equip spells, they can't target the monsters. That's all they have. I mean, they have a field spell, but it's honestly not that good. So that's it for the Mikanko monsters. And then we are running like kaijus, and before I show the kaijus, we're gonna show 3 lava golem. So people always end on 2 monsters minimum, and if they don't, you can still kill with 1 monster because you have 2 kaijus. So in total you have 5 ways to give your opponent a very big monster. If you give them a kaiju, I mean, if you somehow so they get burned for 1,000, and then there's like some other burn cards in your deck, so you can hit them for twice. Oh, the Mikanko cards, Ohime doesn't need an equip card. Hare and Huli need an equip card for them to deal reflect the battle damage. So the gimmick of the Mikanko deck is that any battle damage I take, my opponent takes instead. So Ohime, she cannot be destroyed by battle, and any damage she takes, you take instead. And also she has a quick effect to target any equip spell in the graveyard and equip it to the appropriate monster on the field. The cool interaction about that is that, let's just say your opponent had a monster that can't be targeted. So when you physically activate the equip, that is targeting. But when you go Ohime target the spell, it just places it and it equips it. That's not targeting. So you can go Ohime target Snatch Steal, equip it to a Dragoon that can't be targeted. Like that bypasses the whole targeting thing. I don't know. It just does it. But and then the Hare and Huli, they need to be equipped for them to be can't be destroyed by battle, and they can't be, and then they do the damage reflection. So you have 5 ways to give them big monsters, and then you have some burn thing. You have in-engine ways to burn as well. And we are running a Dogmatica engine. So we have the one Dogmatica Maximus. And then as a tech card, we are running Immortal Gearfried Phoenix. We run about 10 equip spells in the deck. So all you have to do is activate one, banish it, or if you can, Ohime lets you search and then you have to discard a card. So you can search with Ohime and then discard an equip spell you don't really need at the moment, and then you can just summon Gearfried, summon it, and then you have a monster negate if there's already an equip spell on the field. And if there's not, you can just enter battle and it equips the monster it battles. Let me verify before we continue. It just says when at the start of if this card attacks, you can equip one face-up monster on the field. It doesn't have to be the one that it's attacking. I could attack into a smaller one and then equip a bigger one. So that's a cool little gimmick. That the purpose of the deck is equipping. So Gearfried is a very good tech. So now we're gonna go into the spells. We'll start with the equip spells. So we got 3 Mikanko Arabesque, Water Arabesque. This is a very good Mikanko card because essentially this is a going second deck. It could go first, but obviously going second is a whole lot better. And this deck picks up the Mikanko engine and also clears a monster. Back in the day, you can equip this to a Mirror Jade. I mean, you can still play against Branded, but I mean, just saying, like, it's not as relevant now. But you can equip this to a Mirror Jade or any monster, activate the Arabesque effect, you summon a Mikanko from the deck, and then the monster that was previously equipped returns to the hand. So if you equip it to a monster from the extra deck, it just goes back to the extra deck. So it's a good removal, and it summons a Mikanko. And then also, all the Mikanko equips, except for the last one I'm going to show you, have this secondary effect. It's a continuous effect, so the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. So like I was saying earlier, Hare and Huli, when they're equipped, they can't be destroyed by battle. So they can't be destroyed by battle, and then the equip spells protect it from card effects. And then while Huli's on the field, they can't be targeted. So essentially you're sitting on like too many towers if you have Hare and Huli on the field. You have 2 monsters that can't be destroyed by battle, can be destroyed by card effects, and they cannot be targeted. So you would have to remove it with non-targeting removal. And I say removal because you can't do destruction. Like you would need Droplet, you would need what else is there? Like you need Droplet, Kaiju, what's another card that targets Labyrinth. Like the Labyrinth field spell non-target pops, like that's very annoying. Or even Fluanderies with their tributing my monster, like that deck is very annoying against this deck. And then we run 2 Mayo Washidori. You can have this at 1, but I kind of want to up the count because we have Gearfried. This is a very good card to send off a ceremony. I'll reveal the card right now. Also, if you have it in your hand, you can just discard it off of Ohime because it has a graveyard effect. If this card's in the graveyard, you can target a Mikanko in the graveyard as well, special summon it, and if you do, you equip this, but then the monster obviously gets banished when it leaves the field, but it's okay. So it's a good like way to keep summoning your Mikankos back. Like if they don't DD Crow this or somehow banish it, like maybe if they don't banish it with a White Binder or DD Crow it, you're always gonna have, if you have Mikankos in the grave, they're just gonna keep coming back. And if you keep bringing out Huli, they can't be targeting them. And then we have one Fire Dance. And then for the last Mikanko equip, so all of these cards that I just showed you give them the destruction protection, but this one doesn't. So what this one does is it's basically a snatch steal, but only if you control Mikanko. So essentially, let's just say you start off with this turn with this card in hand, you can equip it to their monster. Automatically it doesn't go, but the moment I summon a Mikanko, I steal it. It's just while I control Mikanko. And the other effect is if this card is sent to the grave, it sends the equipped monster, and then neither player can activate the equipped monster. So if, let's just say they summon a Fenrir, I equip it, and then they, I don't know, tactics, take it back, they still can't activate that Fenrir. So that's a cool little thing. So that's it for the Mikanko equips. I'm going to show you the last 3 equips in the deck. So we got Metal Silver Armor, Double-Edged Sword, and Snatch Steel. So basically the Double-Edged Sword, as long as my opponent has a monster with 2000 attack, one Mikanko is game, because this gives it 4000 attack and it deals double damage to both players, but any battle damage I take, my opponent takes instead. So if I equip it to a 2000 or more, they're gonna take 4k for both of us. So 4 that's 8000 game. Snatch Steal, well, it's good to steal, and it's also an equip card. You're gonna see I have a spell that searches equip cards, and then like Ohime can, like I said earlier, you can Ohime target this in the grave and then equip it to a monster already the opponent controls. And then Metal Silver Armor is a good gimmick because if you equip this to Huli, there's a trap card in the deck that targets any monster on the field. Well, I control Mikanko, I can equip it with any equip spell from the deck. So I can target the Huli, equip it with this from the deck, and then they can't target any monsters which is on the field or in either grave unless they target Huli. And remember, Huli can't be targeted if there's any equip spell on the field. So that's a cool little soft lock. And then for our Dark Magicka engine, we run 3 Nadir Servant, and then we have 3 Hidden Army. This is what searches your equip spells. Normally you're searching Double-Edged Sword with this. Typically that's what you're doing. And like I said earlier in the beginning, Ohime is the heart of the deck, so we are gonna run 3 Preparation of Rites. So essentially we have 6 copies of Ohime, and honestly the Dear Servant we have 3, so essentially we have 9 copies of Ohime, because Nadir Servant, after you do the Dogmatic Maximus play, you can send Herald of Orange Light, and that when that's sent to the grave, you can add a ritual spell or a ritual monster. So essentially you have 9 Ohimes in the deck. And then for the last of the ritual part of the deck and the equip spell part of the deck, this is essentially all engine. Okay, this is literally just the engine of the deck. We have 2 Ceremony. Ceremony is good, especially summons any Mikanko from the hand, ignoring summoning conditions. So this is what summons Ohime, and then it has a banish effect from the graveyard to dump any Mikanko card from deck to grave. And then the monster you summon off of this actually gets returned to the hand at the end of your opponent's turn. So if you summon Ohime, when your opponent ends your turn, Ohime goes back to hand. Follow up. So a cool play for this. So if you have Ohime and you either have Mayo Washidori or even a Mikanko name other than Ohime, that's literally the combo. So you go Ohime search Ceremony, and then if you have Mayo, you discard Mayo, and then you activate Ceremony, and then you dump Hare, and then you can go Mayo summon the Hare. And if it's backwards, then you discard the Hare, and then you dump the Mayo with the Ceremony. So it's like it goes around each other. And then for consistency, we're gonna do 2 Pot of Extravagance. Like I said earlier, we don't really go into the extra deck, but sometimes we do if we need to, and sometimes, you know, we could. And then 1 Pot of Prosperity. So this is consistency. We don't really care if our extra deck is banished. There are some cards in there like our Dogmatic targets. So obviously there are some like things that revolve around when it's sent, like Entes, Herald, Garura, and you know, so we don't want to banish everything, but we're okay if some things get banished. And then since we are going second deck, we run Lightning Storm and Duster because we hate back row. Back row is probably the worst thing against this deck, because you can just kaiju everything, equip it, bounce it with Arabesque, and then this is just for the back row. 1 Change of Heart, because we steal. We have 2 equip spells that steal. Why not just have a normal spell that steals? And also triple Tactics Talent. It went to 1, but it's still good at 1. It steals. So just essentially we have 4 cards that steal. And then more consistency, draw 2, or you know what? Look at the hand. And then Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave is essentially for Fualos, Ash, and then also like if you're going against Fiendsmith, like on when it's my turn against Fiendsmith, they're gonna be going Lacrima effect to send Paradise. I can just Call by the Grave, or I can even just Call by the Grave the Desiree after they send it, you know. So it's pretty good. And then we only run 2 traps in the deck, and it's the 2 Mikanko traps, Rivalry and Spirit Walk. So Rivalry is the one I was talking about. While I control a Mikanko card, I can target any monster on the field, equip it with any equip spell from the deck. That could be Snatch Steal, a Mikanko card. It could be the Metal Armor, Silver Armor, Double-Edged Sword. Like, it could be, I mean, it's not in the deck, but I was trying to put this in the deck, but I can't see it. You could like equip it with Angelic Ring, and then you have a spell negate. I want to put this, but I don't know what I need to take out for it. Like put it in the side deck, or even just put it in the main deck. Right now, this is a 46 card deck. 46 because there are bricks that you don't want to see, and then it's also for the side pattern, because going first, you're just gonna take out all the going second cards and just put hand traps. We're gonna make it so our opponent can't play when they make us go first. We'll probably just end on a Huli, and we're just gonna make it where they can't play, and then we just keep going. So that's it for the main deck. We'll go to the extra deck now. So for the extra deck, we'll start with the links. We got Almirage, we got IP Masquerena, we got SP, and we got Nightmare Phoenix. So these are our, you know what, actually there is one more link monster that I forgot to show, and that is Hida. Hida, you're normally making it with Hare, but you know, that's just to summon anything. Like, you can just make 2 bodies, summon this, bring out an Ash, and then just make SP like that. Like, we try to make, if we end up using from the extra deck, we want to use the less of our stuff, we just want to use more of their stuff. Or, you know, if they have something from the extra deck, you steal it, make SP, and then, you know, you keep going off. So that's it for the links. Almirage is good because you can just normal summon, then you can go Fire Dance, summon 1 back, SP. You normally don't want to make SP. You usually want to make it in like main phase 2. That way you can, you know, kill. Wait, you can actually it doesn't really matter, because SP says they can't direct directly, but I'm not trying to attack directly. I'm trying to do damage reflection. So SP is actually pretty good. We're gonna go into the Xyz. So we are running like a little Zeus package. We got the 1 Fortune Tune. It goes into Downer. It goes into Zeus. And then for our last Xyz is the one of the Dogmatica cards, just to negate something, you know, you already know. So this is it. This is pretty good. Sometimes when you just need to clear the whole board, going into Zeus is good. So that's it for the Xyz. And then 2 fusions, Garura, Entis. I really wanted to try to fit Super Poly in this, but honestly, because I run Pot of Extravagance, I don't want to really banish. That means I would have to run more fusions, and I don't want that. Then we got Herald, at Ignister Wind Pegasus, Pit Knight, and Mei Long, the Golden Cloud Beast. So these are all things that you want to send off of Dogmatic of Punishment. This searches Ohime. This when something's destroyed by battle card effect, you can spin a card. This puts something in the back row, and then this returns to hand. And then you know what? I'll just show you all the Dogmatica stuff real quick. So that's this, that's that, and then we have Entis, Aggregator, and Garura. So essentially, these are the cards these are our Dogmatic of Punishment targets. We draw a card, pop a card, negate a card, push back, return to hand, and then this actually shuffles when something's destroyed by battle or card effect. You banish it and then you dump. You shuffle it, sorry, and then you search Ohime. And then that's pretty much the deck. I think I would like to put this to 2, just because you don't want to banish it off of Extravagance. So I think the card I might take out is Almirage, because if you see what's the card? Hidden Armory makes it where you can't normal summon, so then you can't really make Almirage. So if anything, I'll probably just take out Almirage and I can run 2 Herald. But sometimes you need it. And then you know what? I'll show you guys my side deck. So this is what I was saying. We have 46 cards in the deck. And then basically we have hand traps. We're gonna side out whatever works. We're not gonna side in everything, just what works against the opponent. So we got 3 Ash, because it's the most generic one there is. So 3 Ash, 3 Droll for those decks that just search a lot, way too much. 3 Imperms, and then we do 2 Nibs, 2 Veilers, and that's it for the hand traps. And then we run 2 traps. One of them is Dimensional Barrier, and the other one is There Can Only Be One. So that's the deck. There Can Only Be One is a very good, because we can play around it. Ohime is a fairy, Huli is a psychic, and then Hare is a warrior. So you can have all 3 out under There Can Only Be One, and then we're not summoning anything from the extra deck, so Dimensional Barrier doesn't hurt us at all. And then Nib is actually very good, because if you give him a big token, you can just attack once and then just win the game. You already know. So that's basically the deck. I'll see about showing like some test hands. I'll see what's up. If you guys give me a good amount of likes, I don't know, let's just say 20 likes. If you guys give me 20 likes on this video, I'll post a test hand video. That way you can see how this deck is supposed to be played. And then I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Oh my god.
Doesn't matter anymore. Pierce your life away, keep your head up, there is better